Greetings everyone, and Great here, spawning north side as the blue Aztecs, we have a lopsided fluff. Spawn bottom right side as the green Iroquois, we have Lew3890. So we got a bit of native tribe battle here. Wait, we already got a... Oh, we got a... He spent his early travels into a farm. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see, no deck selected, so he has a plan for his early farm. It's also straight. Heresy. It is straight. He has rotated it, you monster. Either way, up here, of course, got the Community Plaza house, pretty standard. Aztec War Chief is moving down south. Something I've been noticing a bit more when I play Aztecs, it is actually better to not convert any of the locals as playing as Aztecs. It's better to just actually kill everything with the ×2 experience aura. You'll see he's trying to body block his opponent's War Chief. Oh, nope. Got a bit of dance around there, and looks like blue does steal the food there. Not bad. I Vane and misclicked. We do now have the War Chief moving around. Looks like she already sent the 3 villagers, so it's already asking for a replay. Taking out some of the local doggos. You monster, stealing their food stuff. You monster, how's their winter food? We got the war hut here. Wait. That also doesn't look correct. It's also slightly rotated, but not straight. Let's see, we do have decks selected here. We got 1v1 Town Destroyer. We got Villagers, Wood, all resources. We got Town Destroyer. Makes your War Chief much more destructive against buildings, giving his increases siege damage by 1400%. And his Tomahawks, Warrior Hut attack, Warrior Hut hit points, Conservative Tactics, Kenyan Horsemen, all resources for his Prowlers, Tomahawks, War Hut, Warrior Combat, Musket Riders, Kenyan Horsemen, the more Kenyan Horsemen, Cavalry hit points, Renegade French, Haudenosaunee Woodworking, Infinite all resources, Tomahawks, Light Cannon, and Renegade French. And his opponent is going for the Elder, he is going for the Messenger. The message is attack. Age 2. Villagers, High Priest. Villagers, Wood, Infinite Coin, Warrior Priest, Coyote Runners, Coyote Runner Tactics, Puma Spearmen, Slingers, Wood, Coyote Runners, Jaguar Prowler Knights, Knights hit points, Knight attack, Aztec Mining. We got the Slinger Temple, Hero Knight Temple, Jaguar Prowler Knight Temple, Eagle Runner Knight Temple, Infinite Coin, much higher, Slinger Combat, Knight Combat, and Great Chimpanania. No Skull Knight Temple. It's a similar deck that I use as well, with some variations, and not necessarily similar, maybe just 80% similar, since there's a lot of good cards the Aztecs have. Able to get both 8 and 9 Slingers is a very good combination. Just take time to deal some damage to that villager. Granted, a lot of numbers units do less damage versus villagers. And now we do have the War Hut deployed on out. This War Hut does also have increased damage thanks for his age up benefit. He's on torch down this area. Is he going for... He has not gotten Town Destroyer just yet. It will improve his damage by 1400%. So I think it does like... Let's see, around 300 damage if I remember correctly. He's not going for Shipment Slingers. 9 Slingers is a very, very good card. He is overpopped now, so he get a pair. He has enough wood for some houses. The Aztec War Chief has gone down. The Slingers are a light infantry unit, so they'll be effective versus Tomahawks. He does, of course, have a Cherokee Rifleman, which is a skirmisher variant, but the chance of him fighting his Puma Spearman is quite minimal. And now he's going for the big button Aztec Scouting Party, which will give him a handful of Jaguar Prowler Knights. Blue says he wants to surrender now. since he lost the war chief. Jaguar Prowler Knights are good anti-heavy. They do have ×3 damage versus heavy infantry. They're a heavier unit with extra bonus damage versus heavy infantry. Really good bonus damage versus heavy infantry. They're good versus mass musketeer, in this case, mass tomahawk. Slingers do get a good volley there. And since they also have heavy melee, they also have good siege attack, and they do have the capability for stick camouflage. Jaguar Prowler Knights are good, but most of the Aztec composition is relatively vulnerable to mass skirmishers. While Coyote Runners are abusable, they're not exactly great counter, and they don't have access to cannon. So if the Sioux player eyes for, not Sioux, Iroquois player eyes for Forest Prowlers in Fortress Age, that is a good weapon, and light cannon is also something a bit hard to deal with. Granted, Aztecs do have the Arrow Knights, which are pretty good as well. And he has all the night combat capabilities as well, which can make your knights very, very good. They're just not Knights of Malta. They're just Knights of Aztecs, and which they're probably the best knights in the game compared to two. Canyon Horse not being put on the field, which will help him deal with those slingers. And he does get out some Puma Spearmen as well, so he does have a very good amount of siege damage. Puma Spearmen are a good Spearman variant. They have excellent siege damage, but don't have the... They're also slightly more expensive, being costing 90 rather than 80. They have also slightly higher base damage, but have no 2 range. Overall, they're a good Spearman variant. Let's just leave it at that. Fast Horseman now being pulled on out. He's going for some Canyon Horsemen. The farm is still heretically sideways. Oh, the War Hut's sideways as well. Heresy. Hawks push way forward, got good number of slingers, but he's hitting the War Hut. He may want to not do that. Jaguar Prowler Knights want to engage in melee. The Puma Spearmen are not really that important at this moment to engage these ranged forces. Skirmishers, the slingers are trying to engage the Tomahawks. Aztec got raided too. Not sure what you're referring to. Oh, are you talking about these horsemen here? I didn't see that. A little bit out of today. Let's see, the Iroquois at 27. Oh, the Aztecs down to 20. So you must got a good number of kills there, eh? I just more to focus on the heretical placement of the, or the heretical angle of the War Hut. We do now have the experience per second. Looks like his single war. Oh, looks like even the warrior priest took some damage there as well. Got a shipment of wood going for more slingers. The Sioux is eyeing for around another horseman. Very nice. A shipment of horsemen right here. Now the upgrades here. Town Destroyer. Horsemen do receive a bit of damage there. Slingers are of course a light infantry, so they do less damage versus cavalry. And Coyote Runners are shock infantry, so they're more or less similar to the horsemen.
Okay.
Granted, different population, different costs, and all that sort. A little bit slower. 18 damage versus 27 damage. Comparison, Coyote Runners are probably cost effective in compared to the Canyon Horsemen. And definitely a bit more population efficient, that's for sure. Of course, got the War Hut here. The War Hut does have the slightly improved damage, +3 damage, and plus the plus 50% damage versus cavalry will be nice. Oh crap, I just saw this. Multiple villagers going down. Great raids on the Aztecs. Back down to 20. He's having trouble getting past 20, isn't he? He is nowhere near aging up. He does not have the calendar dance, so just simply can't dance at the community plaza for a cheaper age up. I actually really do like that dance. It is a very nice dance. More Tomahawks being put on the field. A good counter will still be the slingers. A good counter is also a good economy because he has 50% less villagers. The Kaigers could push forward and try to raid his opponent's villagers as well. Granted, he doesn't see where his opponent's villagers are at, but there's a good number exposed at the hunts. So that was close to where his army was. Now Green started advancing his way forward. Horsemen are charging the way forward. There's still a couple of Jaguar Prowl Knights to help engage the horsemen, but he's out of Puma Spearmen. Going for a shipment of the Anna Archers. Not bad. Now got the shipment of Puma Spearmen. He does need those as well as another round of Spearmen here. Even 11 Spearmen can be very useful to engage the horsemen and able to torch down his opponent. They do have relatively similar DPS to the Tomahawks, having 14 damage versus 12 damage. If I can click on one of them, there they are. 20% melee resist, 20% melee resist, so they will lose 1v1 versus Tomahawks, but they will still do reasonable versus them. Skirmishers now engaging. Or the slingers, not skirmishers. Same difference, light infantry. Great Sword fallen back, doesn't want to deal with all the slingers. The slingers are up front, Puma Spearman in tow, so you can't simply just charge the cavalry on in. Well, you can. May not go that great, but 55 units, 56 units. It could actually go quite well if you just charge the cavalry in. Be a bloody conflict, that's for sure. The Aztec player may want to switch to the damage ritual in order to get a little bit of extra damage, nothing too significant. More Tomahawks, more villagers. Some of the horsemen do get some damage there. Tomahawks are raining on in. Tomahawks don't have to care what they shoot at. They can just as long as they do damage, they do just fine. Getting a little caught up on the coin deposit there. Horsemen being pursued by the various melee infantry. One of the Jaguar Prowl Knights is still alive. Oh, what? That? Well, I think it was a little bit too premature. Sure, he lost a large number of villagers, but Green's positioning was not great with his coin deposit. That could have still gone either way. Not guaranteed loss. I think Blue threw in the tower a little bit too soon. Either way, this is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.